Alrighty, ladles, jelly spoons, baby bells, and gemstones. Welcome to a Monday Funday heatwave special, ladies and gents. Oh yeah, right. It might be 20 to 9 at night, but it's still a whopping 27 degrees. Like what? I mean, these temperatures are just pretty much unheard of for the UK, and especially at this time of night. When ordinarily, yeah, we're getting cooler, but weirdly, it also looks like it's about to piss it down with rain, so that's always good fun. But ladies and gents, we are live across the UK and the world. It is currently 20 to 9 on Monday, the 11th of August, 2025. Like I say, it's 27 degrees. And yeah, what a heat wave. What a day. So for those of you who are watching at the weekend, will remember we had the random chat special on Saturday. And boy, was that random. Like, we had some very random stuff pop up on there. But also I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who has watched the 24 hours in Wetherspoons challenge. Currently 528 people have viewed that video. It's currently the 4th most watched one on this channel, which is mad, to be fair. If you've not yet seen it, go check it out. Half an hour of just me and your ex-co-presenter dicking around, having a laugh in amongst Wetherspoons all across the country. Yeah, go check it out. It's light-hearted fun. It's all good fun. And hopefully in a couple of months, the entire 14 hours worth of video will be uploaded, including the pubs of footage that we lost. So fingers crossed that will happen too. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are brand new to this channel and you're thinking, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Then it's literally just random chat for a Monday in a heat wave. 27 degrees currently. Literally about to piss it down. Hence why I got a top on, because who wants to be wet? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you are brand new, please do smash that like button, hit subscribe, come and join us right here. And also drop in the comments and let us know if you have actually watched that 24 hours in spoons challenge. Granted, it is half an hour, but hey, that was the best we could possibly do without literally cutting out every single part of that challenge. I mean, the amount of editing that was done on that anyway is insane, and there's still so much stuff that we actually did not include. Angel, hello to you. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff cut out of that in the first place anyway. So you got to think there was 14 hours worth of footage that was edited, sifted through, and yeah, it was a very, very lengthy editing process for that video. But there you go, ladies and gents, that's the sort of thing you have to do when you are going to go and do a feature-length video, is what happens. So we learn and we carry on. The same will be true when we go to France next month, or in a couple of weeks, and have to go through the whole editing process all over again. Fun. Oh, come on, people, why are we going so slowly? It's like 26 degrees and we're doing 13 miles an hour. Unbelievable. Lana. Is it Lana? It is Lana. Welcome back to the channel, my lovely. Yeah, we're doing good. Thank you very much indeed. It's nice to see as well that, like, for some reason, the YouTube handle situation that was the case over the weekend has finally popped back to usernames rather than people's handles, which makes life a lot easier. But I'm doing great, thanks, Lana. How are you doing? It's just melting. Literally, like, you can tell he's about to absolutely piss it down. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, I don't know, let's just all drive around at 3 miles an hour, shall we? Because that sounds like a fun thing to do on a Monday evening, doesn't it? Absolutely fucking not, you bunch of tarts. yeah, it's amazing. The amount of people in this godforsaken county that can't actually fucking drive is unbelievable. But there we go. We are live, ladies and gents, across the UK and the world. It is currently 9:15 on Monday, the 11th of October, 11th of August, not October, the 11th of August 2025. And yeah, you guys are in control of the chat, so whatever you guys want to talk about, that is what we'll do. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all starting to sift through and watching our 24 hours in spoons challenge. Like I said, it was a lot of work, and annoyingly what was really shit is the amount of footage that was actually corrupted during the download process and editing process. It was incredibly annoying, very frustrating, and dare I say, like, just gut-wrenching, because some of the best footage that we had, or even the best conversation, was ended up being corrupted, which was shite. And it also didn't help the fact that obviously I lost my original phone during the whole download policy as well, or procedure as well. So a lot of the stuff had been downloaded to that already. I had to get a second phone, start the whole thing again, and needless to say, a lot of footage did get lost, which is so bullshit. Hopefully, we are working hard to try and retrieve as much as we can, just to make, well, just to show you guys the stuff that we currently can't, because it's been lost, which is shit. There we go. Well, hopefully you guys will join us for a ciggy right now, which will be awesome. And we will be back to London Heathrow on the 19th. Literally like a week tomorrow, to be fair. We'll be back there tomorrow, a week tomorrow, with yet another live stream from Heathrow. Because weirdly, they do seem weirdly popular, which is crazy. So, with any luck, hopefully, we'll bump into the lovely Jerry as well, which will be awesome. So how are you guys? Hope you've had a phenomenal weekend. Enjoying the heat, which would be great. I've got a massive joint. Oh, come on. Thank you. I'll take it. Look. Pass the Dutchie to the left-hand side, you know what I'm saying? Perfect stuff. Well done, Lana. Love that. At the end of the day, I will never ever complain. Yo! Love that. That is so cool. But no, obviously, can't be doing drugs at the same time as driving. That's incredibly illegal, unfortunately. But yeah. Also trying to work out, folks, where to go for tonight's live, purely because it basically looks like it is about to absolutely piss it down with rain, which will be real bullshit, I'm not gonna lie, if we're out and about. But at the same time, I don't just want to spend the whole show just driving around doing fuck all, because that'll be bullshit too. And for those of you who were watching at the weekend, you would have noticed that on Wednesday this week we will have the final episode of the current series of The Grind. That's episode 15 of series 3. Granted, it's taken a long time to get to the end of the series due to a load of different stuff, mainly with so much time being taken up with the Wetherspoons challenge and other filming that's been done across the channel. That fork is pissing me off. So as a result, obviously the current series has dragged on, and I appreciate it's been going on for months now. But on Saturday this week, we'll be starting a brand new series right here on this show, ladies and gents. Oh yeah. So we'll be saying goodbye to The Grind. That'll come back for series 4 probably around like late autumn, early winter. But as it currently stands, we'll be starting a brand new series in yeah, as of Saturday, which will be quite cool. Fuck me, I look up in sunburnt now, look. Can you turn your lights off? Thank you very much. Jesus Christ. Literally look like I've been chucked in a fire. Unbelievable. But yeah. But, ladies and gents, this is Monday, the 11th of August, 2025. Like I said, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be live from La Funday. Probably costs a bit of money to do a live stream out there, but hey, hopefully it will still work the same way. It should be cool. And yeah, that'll be sick. We'll also be returning to the fundamental part of this channel, i.e. we'll be doing a couple of documentaries out there as well. One of which will probably be quite hard hitting for a lot of people, but that's kind of what this channel was bought on. Change. Fuck it. When we first started, we did a lot of very hard hitting documentaries and pieces to camera. Now, the first of all, obviously being my original dismissal from ITV 2 years ago. That was pretty mad. And obviously it was the birthplace of the channel. And since then we have done a lot of thought-provoking documentaries. They will be returning, folks, as of next month, or as of the end of this month, live from a foreign country. So that'll be fun. But how are you guys enjoying the hot weather right now? Because obviously it's been undeniably hot, and it's only going to get worse, folks, with a predicted 33 degrees tomorrow, which for daytime temperatures is a very welcome change, because all the, like, it'll hit like 23 degrees and it goes, oh, so what? Sat there going, are you fucking balmy? Like, yeah, it might be 23 degrees, but we've always got the really annoying breeze that makes it feel cold, a lot colder, and it absolutely does my head in. Everyone's like, oh yeah, so what? It's not, it's fucking freezing. That breeze kicks up and you're like sat there shivering. It's horrible. So finally being in the 30s is a very welcome change, and definitely making me a lot happier. Until it gets to this time of night and you suddenly realise that, like, realistically there's still stupid amounts of heat. It's been so warm in Belfast as well. I am so tan at the moment, and like, you've been caught in the sun recently. Yeah. And yeah, the weird thing is I've barely been outside. To be red. Something else than red. There you go. That's my natural colour. So it is very annoying how it makes everything else go red and reflects across the fucking windscreen and stuff. It's very annoying. Just trying to work out where to take you guys tonight, really. Just for something different to do. Part of me's contemplating maybe going to the puppy factory, but I think that might be a little bit too hard hitting for a lot of people. Plus by the time we get there it'll be dark, so the camera quality will be shite, and yeah, we don't really want to cause even more upset and misery and mayhem to those poor dogs. So we might do that this weekend, actually. We'll see. Your skin tone is the same as my father's, and he's Italian. You actually remind me of my dad when he was younger. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be fair, Lana. Like, I mean, apparently going through my ancestry, I am a quarter Italian, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, quarter Italian, quarter Scottish, half Irish, but born in England. So I don't really know. Obviously, it makes me. Obviously, I'm English. Yeah, I was born in England. But yeah, a right Heinz 57 of different nationalities, shall we say? Which is probably why I'm so anti-racism. Because I'm like, well, hang on, you know, I'm Italian, Scottish, and Irish. So fuck the lot of you. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing, believe me. I was very lucky to have him growing up. They're black Irish. Just means you tan. Okay. Cool. Nice. Yeah, so my mum came from I think it was County Clare, just north of Belfast. And my dad came from Ayrshire, obviously just across the water on the western side of Scotland. But they met because he was in the Navy, which kind of raises questions, just like, was that guy really straight? But there we go. But yeah, they met when he was in the Navy, which is in Portsmouth. So yeah, kind of crazy. And Portsmouth was obviously the city that I was born in. So, is it just me, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to have a little rant with you guys right now, right? Is it just me? Or are people's headlights getting brighter nowadays? Because literally, like, you drive down the road nowadays, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I genuinely feel like it'll be safer to wear sunglasses. Because the amount of lights that like just blind you constantly on the daily basis at night time is actually insane. You can tell you have Irish in you, honestly. The black thick hair and the very beautiful skin. Lana, look at you paying the compliments tonight. Thanks, babe. Appreciate you, darling. Oh, I'll tell you something. My boyfriend will be getting proper gel right now. But like, why are these people flirting with you for, man? Like, what's going on? I'm joking. He's not possessive in any way, shape, or form. But I appreciate your comment. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, my fella is very, very loving, very caring, and yeah, very accepting of the job and career that I've chosen, which is helpful. So I do appreciate him. He's a lovely guy, really nice bloke, and hopefully at some point in the near future, you guys may even meet him, whether it be on a pre-recorded film or on a live stream right here on this channel, which would be absolutely phenomenal. It'd be so cool. Hopefully the lovely guy will make an appearance soon. However, it's also quite interesting because I actually posted a picture of him on my Facebook recently, and weirdly one of my exes was like, it's amazing what AI can do. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Bloody AI. Like, there's nothing AI about my boyfriend at all. Like, you know, what the fuck is wrong with you? Turns out it was just basically, he was a bit jealous, thinking like, how the hell have you got hold of someone like as beautiful as that? It's like, well, because frankly, I'm a lucky guy who's just happened to find himself a guy who is beautiful internally and externally. So as a result of that, I'm a very happy, very lucky guy, and finally found someone who is not possessive, isn't jealous, is not like retarded in any way, shape or form, and yeah, just an absolute, genuine, legitimate star. Like, he's absolutely gorgeous. So I am very, very lucky to have the man in my life who I have right now. AD, hello my friend, how you doing, my man? So sorry I did not wake up until this afternoon, but I tried to stay awake this morning, to be fair, to take it to work. Firstly about 4:30, and then yeah, didn't wake up till like 4 this afternoon. I'm so sorry, dude. But yeah, I appreciate you, Lana. He sounds amazing, honestly. Like, the guy is a dream come true, honestly. Probably sounds really stupid, right? But I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the band Savage Garden. Yeah. So they were around like in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they wrote a song called I Knew I Loved You, yeah. And one of the lines in that song is like, I thought I dreamed you into life. And the reality of the situation is, like, genuinely, my man is a dream come true. So yeah, honestly, he's a really lovely guy. So I love them. Yeah, do you know what? I always been a massive fan of Savage Garden. You know, with a little bit of To the Moon and Back, Chica Cherry Cola, Two Beds and a Coffee Machine. That's a very powerful, hard-hitting song. In fact, that's undeniably like hard-hitting. Affirmation, you know, like that's just an incredibly thought-provoking tune as well. Crash and Burn, another good tune. So yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh, Mr. Policeman, fuck off! Do not come pull me over. Oh, for God's sake, you piss me right off. 80, go on, pal. Go on. Guess what? I'm guessing you passed your training today, mate. If so, absolutely congratulations to you, man. Well done. But yeah, no, Savage Garden. They made some absolutely corker songs. Like they were. It's a shame they didn't carry on making them, to be fair. Obviously, Darren Hayes went solo for quite a while, but didn't do anywhere near as well on his own as what he did with Savage Garden. 80, congratulations, man. I'm dead proud of you. Like, that's absolutely incredible. Well done, mate. Well happy for you, man. That's absolutely brilliant. So, yeah. Congratulations, ladies and gents. Let's all smash the emoji button down in the bottom right hand corner of your screens. Let's send some congratulations to AD, and just show him some love. Obviously, he's your cameo presenter and moderator of this channel. Let's give him some congratulations. Congratulations to you. Why am I in Seatown? Just because I was randomly just going somewhere, because I could not be bothered to see Kettering Tesco's car park any longer. Lana says, well done, dude. Yeah, appreciate that, that's awesome. So, nah, fair play to you, man. Well happy for you. It's absolutely incredible. So, I will pass on congratulations from myself and Sam. Well done. Obviously, Sam being my boyfriend, for those of you who aren't clued up. Oh, so yeah. And although I only went a Facebook official with him like in the last week, we've actually been together for like three or 4 weeks. But I just finally decided it was time to change my relationship status. Pure and simply because I get really sick and tired of those like people who think they've got a chance with you and literally just message you constantly being like, oh yeah, you're fit, you're hot, I want you, blah 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 blah. And it gets boring constantly turning around and saying, I'm not interested, leave me alone, go away, blah 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 blah. So like, please just take the hint, fuck off. But then weirdly, as soon as you put yourself like in a relationship, thankfully that stops, which is a nice thing. So that was the main reason for like changing my relationship status, and the fact I'm actually proud not to be single. You know, in case you guys are wondering and thinking, why the fuck has he got a whale in the car? That was not a whale, it was my wipers. So yeah, unbelievable. You're unbelievable. But it's really weird. I generally do not understand why, when the nice weather comes out, why does everyone decide to just drive so slowly? Like now, 25 miles an hour in a 60. Like, you're joking. Oh, you found the accelerator. Oh, well done, my friend. Good God, go and get your head gasket changed. You're chucking out more fucking smoke than fucking Doc Cotton. Christ almighty. Unbelievable. But yeah, AD, do you want picking up, mate, or are you quite happy chilling at home and on your own in the dark? You're unbelievable. So, Lana, what is your favourite Savage Garden song? Obviously, you are the person who knows about Savage Garden. You try and say that's like Gen Z nowadays, for example, or the younger generations, and they're like, who are they? What are they about? Is that a computer game? No. But actually, whilst we talk about things from the 1990s as well, it's got to be said, rest in peace to the actress who was in the TV show Simon and the Witch, who's died today at the age of 92. Weirdest thing is, me and my sister were literally talking about like that TV show and her literally a week ago, and now she's died, which is really sad. So, fly to the moon and back if you'll be my baby. Wanna take you on a one-way track. If you'll see, you'll be my baby. That's a tune. That's a good tune. Yeah. Good old Savage Garden. Always nice to have a link to Australia too. Any heavy metal fans? Don't know, let's find out. There probably will be some somewhere. Obviously, the absolute prince of darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Gutted when we lost him. That's really weird. You posted that comment at the same time that I mentioned about that. That is crazy. But yeah, losing the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. What an absolute legend. And just seeing the amount of people that turned out for his funeral just goes to show that despite everything he'd done through his life, the drinking, the drugs, the alcohol, everything, right? Just goes to show, legitimately, that does not make you a bad person, right? Look at the amount of love that man had. Look at the amount of love from Sharon, from Amy, from Jack, from Kelly, right? They all absolutely loved him, despite the fact there were times when realistically they couldn't stand him as a person because of the lifestyle choices he was making. But they loved him. And the reality of the situation is, like, he honestly was just the most lovable and almost seemed like the most lovable, gentle person going, despite the fact that he would get so angry and be like, Sharon! You know, if anyone's going to take anything back from Ozzy Osbourne, it's going to be that blood-curdling Sharon, you know what I'm saying? Which to a degree is pretty cute, because let's face it, Sharon and Ozzy literally were childhood sweethearts, you know? Well, not childhood sweethearts, but they were together such a long time. And of course, then Sharon being his manager and all this sort of stuff, like, she made him what he was. And I don't mean, like, personally, I mean professionally. I mean, what an incredible woman she was. Or she is. Absolutely love her too. But the amount of people that turned out in Birmingham for his funeral just shows how much love the world has for that man. And the sweetest thing is, he was up for anything. Literally up for anything. Which again just goes to show, like, what a legend he was. But then the same was true with, like, Kurt Cobain. You know, when he passed, that was a sad day for music as well. So yeah, I mean, lost so many great people to, like, drugs, alcohol, and illness. Is just heartbreaking. I mean, look, Whitney Houston, you know, what killed her. He was game as a badger. Exactly. But losing Whitney was heartbreaking. Amy Winehouse, heartbreaking. And Okay, Tina Turner died because of old age, but again, heartbreaking. You know, all these mammoth people within the music industry. Michael Jackson, again. You know, it is absolute bullshit. But then you also got to realise that as we as a people get older, then as we get older, we are going to lose those great people that we grew up with. You know, I don't think it was long before the likes of like Cher, Phil Collins, etc. like sadly leave us. To be fair, I don't think it was long before Elton John passes away, because looking how he looked at Glastonbury, I mean, yeah, perfectly performing, but watching how he was like shuffling pretty much like on stage to get to the piano, etc., or leaving the stage after his performance, like that man's struggling, you know. And he was, you know, you've got to remember, like, he's nearly 80. And again, that'll be a really sad day when he passes away. I'm clean now, going on 10 years. Check you out, girl. Well done. Fair play to you. I'll be completely upfront and honest with all of you that I have been clean from a certain substance since September of last year. So only 11 months. Now, granted, there's been the occasional relapse of like maybe the odd bit here and there since then, but I'm no longer addicted to that, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, regardless of the fact of what has happened behind the scenes with a certain person who used to be part of this channel, and it's still very much linked to the channel, although it has nothing to do with it at the moment. Regardless of what's happened between, behind the scenes with that person, I have got that specific person to thank for the fact that actually I kicked that habit, because I was literally given the ultimatum of carry on doing that and still see that person, or stop taking it and spend time and build a relationship with that person, or a connection with that person. Relationship's the wrong word. And I gave it a day or two to think about it while still spending time with that person, and decided, actually no, do you know what, spending time with this person is far more important than putting a substance into my body that realistically I don't actually need. So from that point onwards, it was a case of like, yeah, do you know what, cool, let's get rid of that, because we don't need it. And to be honest with you, I would not have reached that point, and probably would not have given that thing up, if it had not been for that ultimatum, and, you know, basically told, carry on doing it and I won't spend time with you, or we'll keep spending time together and you either do it without my knowledge, or just simply stop doing it completely. Sound cool. Lana, I appreciate you, thank you very much indeed. Like I said, I had a kick up the arse and a reason to stop taking it. And even though me and that person are currently, how do I word this properly? Although we are currently estranged, is probably the best way of putting it. I no longer feel the need to, one, go back to it, or yeah, carry on taking it. So there we go. All good fun. There we go. We are live, ladies and gents, across the UK and the world right now. It is currently 9:15 on Monday, the 11th of August 2025. And can't be. Two seconds, folks. Apparently our live has crashed. Is that true? Are you guys still watching us, or have we just not on screen right now? I'm not being told reconnecting, so I'm kind of guessing we're just being told bullshit at the moment. There we go. Oh. 9:15, ladies and gents, on Monday the 25th. No, it's not, that's complete bullshit. Monday the 11th of August 2025. We are live across the UK and the world. And you know what? Thankfully, Lana, I was on something that actually I have gone cold turkey on before. So, luckily for myself, it was actually a lot easier than how most would find it. But it is always weird when you do give something up for the very first time, or you no longer take something, because genuinely, you then try and find something to replace that thing with. So for me, like, probably the wrong way of doing it, but I'm smoking so much more than I used to. Again, it's not the right way of doing things, but that's life. So, kind of crazy. Why the fuck are your lights so bright, you cunt? Jesus. I fuck, I've got to go like that. I can't see! Turn your fucking lights off, you absolute pleb. That doesn't help either. There you go, you can all look at the bottom part of my face now, folks. I mean, Jesus Christ. Genuinely, why are people's headlights so fucking bright nowadays? Because there's absolutely no need for it. Like, it's actually mental. Fuck you, cunt. There you go. You're going to blind me. At least I reflected back at you, absolute bellend. The worst thing is, he's actually sat, right, on the exit to a car park with lights that bright. Like, what a cunt. Simply. It's that simple. So, Sean says, I'm high. Or high as. And Lana is saying, Tesla's lights are especially bright. Yeah, do you know what they are? Well, I'm not being funny. I think anyone that owns a Tesla needs to have their fucking, like, brain ripped out of their fucking head and sent off for examination, personally. Like, why anyone wants to buy a car that's powered by Durex? That's wrong. Anyone that's driving a car that's powered by Duracell needs a damn good slap, I'm not going to lie. So, genuinely, like... But I think also people that drive Teslas are actually a really good example as to why people should wear Durex. Because otherwise, we're just going to literally carry on creating this absolute bullshit community of generational community, whereby the more the time goes on, the whole world's just going to be offended by everything. Like, how long is it going to be before, like, say, I don't know, two people from Gen Z get together, have a baby, and then suddenly that baby's going to be offended by oxygen? You know what I'm saying? Hi from Australia. Sean, welcome to the channel, my G. You're from the lucky country, right there down under. Very nice too. But honestly, right, why is this generation, or the younger generation, why are they offended and scared by absolutely fucking everything? You know, like, for example, we're of the generation whereby sarcasm and banter are key, yeah? And we know how to use sarcasm and banter, and we use it to our advantage on a daily basis. Try and use sarcasm and banter to a fucking Gen Z child. Good luck. Because they turn around and go, that's not funny. I'm offended by it. Fuck off. Right? You're not offended. You're just fucking stupid. It's that simple. Like, you use the term I'm offended because you don't know how else to word things. And it does my mad. Like, honestly. My kids are Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Well said, you're spot on. This is the point. Like, a lot of people turn around to me and go, how can you talk about like Gen Z and all this sort of stuff like you know what you're talking about? It's like, well, I'm not being funny. My ex-boyfriend was Gen Z, right? And I tell you what, he was the biggest narcissistic, toxic fucking trait of humanitarian spawn ever. Um, and was that narcissistic, like no matter what went wrong in his life, it would always be someone else's problem, never his own. But like my niece and nephew are Gen Z, yeah? And fuck me, do I know about it. Like my niece, yeah, you try and have a bit of banter or a bit of like sarcasm with her. So for example, I've always lived by the example, right? Ask me a stupid question, I will give you a stupid answer, yeah? So my niece will ask me a stupid question, I'll give her a stupid answer, and she literally looks at me like I've walked into the house on Christmas Day and taken a shit on the floor, right? It's that absolute look of absolute disgust and all this sort of stuff, but then starts talking to me like I'm one of her peers on the playground. And I'm like, what the fuck you're talking to? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you can't speak to me like I'm a piece of shit on the bottom of your shoe. She's like, well, you just speak to me like that. No, I use a little bit of thing called sarcasm, a little thing called humour, and a little thing called banter. You're now being deliberately rude and talking to me like a piece of shit, like I'm on the fucking playground with your fucking friends. That's not how it works. Respect your elders. And she's like, well, you were sarcastic to me, so therefore you don't respect me. Wow. All right then, Treacle. Brilliant. How long is a piece of string was one my mother used to say. Precisely, right? And the thing is, we would take that, yeah. For example, my mum would turn around to me and I'd be like, "Oh, mum, how long till dinner?" Right? Sean, take care, bro. Nice to meet you. Take care. Hopefully, you subscribe to the channel. We'll hope to catch up with you again soon. But yeah, Lana, my mum would turn around to me. Or I'd turn around to my mum and be like, "Mum, how long till dinner?" "How long's a piece of string?" I'd be like, "I don't know." "There's your answer. Bugger off. Go play with your toys. You've not got a bedroom for the toys up there to fucking just sit there and look pretty, have you?" And away we'd go, right? Done. But in this day and age, like, the kid will ask, how long till dinner? They're told a time, or I'm hungry now. Okay. So's 96% of the fucking population. You don't see them banging on the door demanding food, do you? Like, wait. Yeah? Again, this is the problem with, like, the education system in this country in this day and age, right? Because, granted, there is so much that schools and stuff cannot do, but there's also so much they don't teach children nowadays because they're scared they might offend the kids. Fuck off. Teach the kids about the war. Teach the kids about actual hardship and growing up in like rationing and all this kind of malarkey, yeah? And also teach the kids this amazing little thing called manners, politeness and respect, right? Because there's no reason to not fucking do it. But then to go, oh, we can't talk about genocide because we don't want to scare them. Fuck off, my niece is there watching fucking horror films at the weekend when she gets home from school. Like, you know, she's watching stuff that like most adults wouldn't watch, and she's just quite that happily just out there watching it, right? Not much scares these little fuckers unless it suits them. And this is one of the things that I have noticed as well, right? So whether you're Gen Alpha, Gen Z, or even like, dare I say, the latter stages of being a millennial, right? Unless it literally affects that person, that's when they get offended, yeah? So, for example, I was talking to like my niece about the July 7 bombings from 2005. That's history. I don't know nothing about that. What? We know about 9/11. We don't know about anything in this country. Talk about Lee Rigby. Don't get taught about that at school. Then do some fucking research. Yeah? The July 7 bombings of 2005 in London were possibly one of the most horrific things, well, was actually the biggest terrorist act in this country in like modern, well, since peacetime. Who the fuck are you?
You don't know where Formula One tyre place is, do you?
Formula One? Yeah, it's down by Asda, my friend, on Northwood Avenue.
So, can you give me directions from there?
So go out of here, turn right,
Yeah.
right at the lights, follow the road all the way down to the roundabout at the bottom of the hill, turn right and keep going straight. You can't miss us on the left hand side.
Turn right, down the bottom, turn right.
Yep, straight down and if you get to Asda, you've gone too far, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Take care, buddy. Am I a YouTuber or a fucking tour guide? And also, who the fuck is going to a tyre shop at fucking 9:25 at night? Maybe I should have turned around and said to him, might be shut, but good luck. Anyway, so yeah, literally, like, the July 7 bombings of 2005 were honestly the biggest terrorist act on this country since, obviously, during peacetime Britain. The same time as, like, Grenfell Tower. Something else not taught about in school. The single most biggest, like, residential, again, in peacetime Britain. Not taught about that. These are things happening in their very own country. They're things you should know about, right? Now, maybe I'm more passionate about it because obviously having lived in London. But at the end of the day, that's on your very doorstep of your country. Schools should teach this shit. We should be going on about the things that have happened since the war. Yeah? I mean, realistically, they're still being taught like the Tudors and Stuarts and all the malarkey from like 1066 and this kind of shit, right? All very well and good to a degree, yeah? Tell them about the Battle of Trafalgar, World War One, World War Two, etc., etc. Tell them that as much as you want to, right? But it's not something that needs to be focused on that much nowadays. World War One, absolutely. World War Two, absolutely. The Falklands, 110%, right? But let's also talk about the things that have happened more recently that has still been tragic. Grenfell Tower, the July 7 bombings, the murder of Lee Rigby, Jill Dando, Princess Diana's death, all these sort of things, right? That are major, like, major turning points in, like, the history of the country. But they're not discussed. And yet, they'll talk about the war in Ukraine as history. The war in Ukraine is definitely not fucking history because it's still happening now. Yeah? You can go to the Ukraine. Not that you really want to. You know, I've heard flights are very cheap right now. And the accommodation is very much open. Constantly. Because there's no roof. Right? But the reality of the situation is, yeah, it's still very much going on. It's not a case of it's happened and done with, like, you know, Putin's not gone, oh right, okay, yeah, cool, Ukraine, you win, like, we'll fuck off now. It's still happening. Yeah, they're still fighting over that fucking back garden, if you want to use that analogy, yeah? Like, literally, Putin's trying to get his back garden back, right? And, back in 5, have to charge my phone, my pops, no problem at all, Don. But genuinely, it's just one of those things. So, they cannot class the war in Ukraine in school as history when it's still very much happening to this day. But schools need to be teaching more about the stuff that actually made a difference in this country. I mean, for fuck's sake, they're teaching the history of the whole COVID pandemic over things that like terrorism and stuff in this country. I mean, do kids really need to be reminded about COVID? I'm pretty sure they remember that fucker because they were at home all the time. Yeah, they didn't have to go to school. You know, didn't have to do basically fuck all. And yet, for some reason, COVID is apparently a lot more important to talk about than, like, actual terrorist acts on this country. That guy going to the tyre shops just confused me, though. I still can't work out, one, how long that poor geezer's probably been driving around the town trying to find this fucking tyre shop, yeah? But why would you be going to a tyre shop at 9:30 at night? 'Cause I can almost guarantee they'll be shut. I mean, I could have been nice and been like, well, you can follow me if you want. I'll take it to Formula One. But then that's probably when I'll find out that it's not even called Formula One, and I'll just send it to completely the wrong one. Hey ho, such is life. But there we go. But yeah, it's 9:30 on Monday, the 11th of August, 2025, and yeah, hello back again. Hello. But yes, it is still 26 degrees. Like, what the fuck? And annoyingly, it's not started raining yet. But I can bet your bottom dollar, if I was to go out for a nice little mooch around and, you know, do the hello, Jackie. Yeah, if we were to go for a little mooch around and like chill out and, you know, just go for a nice little walk somewhere or something, guarantee it will just piss it down with rain. I'm surprised you prefer hello, Jackie over Mrs. Brown, to be fair, Lana, but there we go. Just made a fucking rob me own back now, haven't I? Hello. That sounds very beefy for a 1.8 Astra. I'm so ADHD, it's unbelievable. Same, you're bloody brilliant at it. Well, that's nice. I had to be. It was my job for a very long time. Once a month, for like 4 years, performing as myself, but talking like her. Just try to fag out the window. That's ridiculous. Oh, thank fuck we weren't driving. Hello, Jackie. You are the definition of ADHD. Same here. I mean, it's actually surprising that it took him until like I was 22. Mr. Paws, welcome back to the show, my friend. I'm amazed it took him until I was like 21, 22 to actually diagnose me with like ADHD. Like everything. 80's back on the show as well. Welcome back, bro. Everything has been like pointing towards ADHD ever since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Now, granted, being 5'6", I've been knee-high to a grasshopper for quite some time, but still, right? Genuinely, like, even going through school, like, my friends and stuff got diagnosed with ADD, though we didn't have the H back in the day, right? But, you know, ADHD was a newer thing as we were all leaving school. But I digress, right? All of my friends and stuff were diagnosed with ADD and all this other shit, right? I never was. I was just a naughty kid. Mr. Paws, we're just having a random chat tonight. Turns out if I'm on my phone, I can't watch live. Mate, you need to update your phone or get a new one. Yeah, so I don't understand why it took him so long to diagnose with ADHD. But then, like, apparently it's not just ADHD, it's like asparagus as well that I've got. Is it asparagus? That's a vegetable, isn't it? Well, how the fuck? Most people can't watch a fucking video whilst on a fucking call, you great donut. Asperges, that's the one, not asparagus. That's a fucking vegetable, isn't it? Although I may as well be a fucking vegetable these days, but there we go. Yeah. What's fucking asparagus? Yeah, I'm a vegetable. There we go. What are you doing tonight? We're just having a random conversation, aren't Mr. Paws? I do apologise. Yeah, what's the hardest part of a vegetable? What's the hardest part of a vegetable soup or a vegetable stew? The wheelchair. Don't hate me. Don't cancel me, for fuck's sake. But genuinely, like, yeah, absolutely mad. So I'm not a vegetable, not just yet. Anyway, I still am able to have some faculty behind me. It's all good. So, but if I'm to be a vegetable, I want to be a cabbage, just because no one likes cabbages anyway. So may as well go out the same way we came into life. But there we go. Right. So, ladies and gents, 9:30 on the 11th of August 2025. 26 degrees. I'll tell you what, if I was a vegetable, I'll be boiled by now. I'll be a boiled cabbage. Let's just go with that one. If you are brand new to the channel, ladies and gents, please do smash that like button, hit subscribe, come and join us right here. Become a Lindinian, and who knows, we can make you a member of the channel. No, they do. They smoke it. What? Smoke cabbage? Do they? What's your favourite dinner? Ooh, that's a tough one. Because it'd be a toss-up between two things, right? It'd either be like a really decent spag bowl, yeah. No one smokes a cabbage, mate. They might smoke weed, but no one smokes cabbages. They might steam it, but they don't smoke it. I've never seen anyone roll it up into fucking like a Rizla and smoke it. Yeah, it'd either be a toss-up between spag bowl or a pucker decent like chicken tikka masala, something like that. Who the fuck are you? Hurry up. Fuck me, you may as well walk, be quicker. Double egg and chips or a big Sunday dinner is mine. Oh, do you know what? Double egg and chips actually sounds pretty banging. Do you know what? This is one thing I never understood either about Wetherspoons, yeah? Obviously doing the Wetherspoons challenge recently, literally highlighted this, yeah? Why do Wetherspoons put chips on their breakfast? Like their all-day breakfast and stuff. Why do they put chips on there? Because it's one of the very few places I know that does an all-day breakfast or like a full English breakfast or whatever and puts chips on it. Why? Because I've known other people do like a full English, for example, and they'll use like hash browns, egg, bacon, sausage, beans. Yeah? Cool. Why chips? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, like in any way, shape, or form, but why do they do it? It's really bizarre, and I've never understood it. The tasteful thickness says, can we see your pepperoni nipples? Absolutely not. What a really weird question to ask me. You strange person. We don't do nudity on this show. How dare you? But yeah, like, I love chips as much as the next person, but seeing them on a breakfast is really odd. It's kind of like, when did that become a thing? You know what I mean? It's really strange. Aid, you didn't have to time him out, mate, but I appreciate that, man. Cheers. So yeah, I don't understand why Spoons decide to put like chips on their stuff. It's quite weird, but there we go. So that might definitely have to be. But then again, for example, certain places will serve curry with chips as well. And I don't understand why that is either. Like, who in their right minds decides to put chips with curry? Like, it's rice, guys. Come on, you know. But it's really weird as well. Like, a lot of people go, "Oh, I like to have a chicken korma because it's Indian, and I like to have stuff from other places." What they fail to realise is chicken korma was actually made in this country. It was designed in this country. It was created in the UK for people that couldn't handle spice. And now suddenly there's this whole like variety of people who suddenly believe that like chicken korma is Indian. Dare you to go into India, yeah, go to Calcutta for example, walk into a restaurant and ask them for a chicken korma. Good luck. Here in Belfast, we get a spice bag. It's horrible. Spice bag. Is that a spice bag is in like actual spicy stuff, or are we talking spice bag is in spice? But yeah, I think next time we go and do any form of filming in Wetherspoons, we might actually ask him and be like, why'd you put chips and stuff? Chips and all different meat. Oh, okay. That sounds quite nice actually. But then, being half Scottish, or a bit of Scottish in me, I really, really, really do like haggis. Like, it's banging. So yeah, that is one of my favourite, like one of my favourite foods. But I'm also one of these weirdos that also seems to like black pudding. Grab me, please. Yeah, I'll be on my way to you, on my way to you soon. Like haggis and black pudding are really nice, but white pudding, nah, that stuff just tastes horrible. Ah, the boyfriend sent me a chat, folks, on Snapchat, but if I go and reply to that, then it's going to cut off this live, so we might have to wait for a little while. Sorry, Sam. I do apologise, you beautiful person. Tell you what, shall I be really, really naughty, right? Can't beat neeps and tatties. You can't. That is genuinely true. If you guys spam the absolute shit out of that emoji thing in the little bottom right hand corner right now, yeah? I will change the background of this live right now, and I will give you a sneak peek of what Sam looks like. But you've got to smash the shit out of that first. Oh, look at you going mad. There you go. Right. Where is he? There he is. Hang on, let's move that out the way. There you go, folks. There he is. That is the beautiful Samuel Bolter, aka my boyfriend. Oh my god, he's beautiful. He is, isn't he? He's absolutely stunning. That is the affection or the object of my desire. So, yes. And ladies and gents, they are the latest statistics from our latest grind at Heathrow Airport, whereby we had 42 brand new subscribers, 22,773 viewers on a 2-hour show, which is unbelievable. But yeah, he's sensational. Like, honestly, Adi, I've been waiting for you shortly, man. Chill the fuck out. You are the same. You have beautiful eyes. Yeah, mine are hazel, right? Annoyingly, but his are very blue, very blue. He actually sent me a video earlier of him lip syncing to a High School Musical 2 song, which was really cute. Actually, it was really adorable. I woke up and saw that. I was just like, "How sweet are you?" Like, legitimately, I did do a High School Musical song for him on the way out last night. So he clearly just returned the favour today, which was adorable. It wasn't we're rolling this together. No, it was status quo. No, no, no. Stick to the stuff you know. If you want to be cool, follow one simple rule. Don't mess with the flush. No, no. Stick to the status quo. Oh! But yes, that was really cute of him to do that. It was really sweet. I was like, oh, bless you. But he has got the most beautiful eyes. Honestly. God, you can tell I'm in love, can't you? Something I promised myself. I was like, no, we're not going to fall in love with no one ever again. But guess what? Here we are killing it. So there we go. Weirdly enough, We're All in This Together was the song that ITV decided they were going to plonk on I Am. I'm not going to lie. We're All in This Together was actually the song that during COVID, ITV dubbed at the beginning of every single one of my shows, which is really annoying. So, yeah. Elric. Who? Cillian Murphy. Who the fuck's Cillian Murphy? What? Yeah, no, literally, they did. So, another theme tune, that would finish. And then they're splicing a little bit. We're all in this together, cause we know we're all stars and we can make it. Purely because of that bit, yeah? The whole, we're all in this together, and that sort of shit, right? Take a look at Cillian Murphy. Oh, I'll do that later. I can't do that right now because it'll just crash to the live. Take a look at Cillian Murphy's eyes. Okay, will do. But yes, so we digress. But no, I am very I am smitten by the object of my desire. So it is what it is. Is that? No. Yes, he's a beautiful human being. So there we go. And 32. So a lot closer to my age as well, which is nice. 9:45, ladies and gents, on Monday, the 11th of August, 2025. We are live across the UK and the world right now. If you are brand new to the channel, please do smash that like button, hit subscribe, and come and join us right here. For those of you wondering where your aviation stuff is, do not panic, do not worry, because that will be back on your channel, ladies and gents, on the 19th of August, 2025. We will definitely be back in Heathrow Airport. Hopefully reaching those same numbers again, which will be mad. Mr. Pause, why are you saying no? Lana, loved him ever since 28 Days Later and Sunshine. Oh, look, we're going to spreading the love tonight. This is cute. Mr. Pause says, my girlfriend is leaving me on red. Oh. Just send her something really cute. That's a really good thing to do. I always found that, yeah. If you ever find someone's leaving you on red, then literally you just have to, even if you send something really stupid like a poem or something, right? Ken, hello to you. Send a poem, right? Because generally, if you send a poem to someone, you'll find that actually you will get an answer. So it could be something really stupid like roses need sunshine, violets need dew, all angels in heaven know I need you. Years will fly, tears will dry, but my love for you will never die. Something really basic like that, yeah? Send it, boom. Listen to his advice, he's spot on. Lana, I love you. But yeah, try something like that. Or don't do like roses are red, violets are blue, I'm writing this because I love you, because that's just basic and standard. But do something like I say, roses need sunshine, violets need dew, so D-U-E, D-E-W. All angels in heaven know I need you. Years will fly, tears will dry, and my love for you will never die. Works every time. Elric says, I even like how they placed a homage on 28 Days Later in one of the Peaky Blinders episodes. I mean, I've never watched Peaky Blinders. Maybe I should do, to be fair, because everyone's been going on about it. So I really should go and like watch it, to be fair, but there we go. Moderators, my lovely wonderful people, can we quickly have can we have a subscribers count, please, you wonderful people, as we go and collect your cameo presenter, because we'll carry on bitching and moaning otherwise. Give me 20 minutes, then come grab me, because I'm cooking. What the fuck are you cooking now? 629 still. We started on 629, we've lost 2. I'm really disappointed at that, to be fair. That's cool. I'll move up to our area anyway from the other part of town. Yeah, we had 631, and I think because people have been watching the 24,000 Spoons video and noticing that either their pub or their footage, for example, hasn't been on there, they've unsubscribed, which is a shame. Egg fried rice. Fuck me. Your cameo presenter, ladies and gents, has turned Chinese. Egg fried rice. Do you know what really gets me though about Chinese takeaways and stuff, right? I mean, I love Chinese people, don't get me wrong. I think they're fucking banging and amazing people, right? They're lovely. But why do they always assume you've hurt yourself? Like, all the time? They're always like, sore finger? No, they're absolutely fine, thanks. Can you see a plaster? No, I've got no sore finger. You know, I don't have a girlfriend, so I definitely do not have a sore finger. But why do they always ask it? Sore finger? Sore finger? So, hi. We gotta love the Wetherspoon staff, they're amazing. Even though that pub specifically would not allow us to film in there, but there we go. They declined and turned around, head office, and was like, no, we will not authorise them to film in here. Bastards. Not like we did anything wrong, is it? Patch 80 says, goodbye. Bye. Happy Christmas. But yeah. Elric. Oh my god, you're going too fast now. Elric, egg fried rice is how they say it. It is, exactly my point. Egg fried rice? Egg fried rice? No, I don't want an egg fried rice, thank you. I want egg fried rice, thank you very much. So what is the matter with you people? Yeah, it's mad. But then it's like, for those of you who don't know, like way back in like between 2001 and 2003, I lived in Manchester. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Manchester is an incredible city. Like the amount of multicultures, the different architecture, all the different stuff going on in Manchester all the time, like, actually fascinates me. As a city and as a concept, it all works incredibly, incredibly well. But the weird thing is, yeah, it's the way they talk, right? And it bugged me for a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 months when I first moved there, because I didn't understand a fucking word they were all saying, right? Because they miss out so many different, like, words and stuff in their sentences. And I was just like, why are you guys so lazy? You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really odd. Oh, I'm still here just saying bye to whoever you said hi to. It's that woman from Spoons with the glasses who looks like Lizzie Long Dripping, whatever her name is. Or Lizzie Longstocking. Yeah, I was saying hello to her. But like, I don't get why they all literally turn around and be like, miss out words. They're like, "Hi, you love, you're right." And you go, "Hello, you're right. What, you know, how are the kids?" "Oh, they're over at Rawdon Park." "What?" "Over at Rawdon Park." And I'm like, you're going to have to say that again for me in English stuff. I ain't got a Scooby-Doo what you're talking about. But that, your kids are over at Rawdon Park. I'm like, straight over my head, no idea. Elric, did you ever meet Vinnie Jones? No. Why the fuck would I meet Vinnie Jones? Like, he's a massive, like, Hollywood A-lister. And back in the day when I was living in London, I was just a radio presenter for Capital FM. That's mad. And he was one of my crushes. Oh, Lana, you see, you love the old London bad boys, don't you? It's just strange how many different dialects and accents there are in the UK. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong in any, to be fair. Belfast sound threatening no matter what we say. See, I don't agree with that. I think there's a weird amount of romance and passion with the Irish accent. I'm not going to lie to you. Here in New Jersey, we're American over here right now. Oh, hey. Our accent is similar to New York, but different. I mean, okay, if it's similar but different, it's clearly not similar, is it? But okay, cute. And then Lana's like, yep, you got me. You like your bad boys. Yeah, that's probably why you like this channel, because you've just heard like a London accent and been like, he's going to be a bad boy. And you know what? You're not wrong. You know, like, yeah, funny enough, like, you go, if I ever get put into custody, they take a good look and go, oh, not you again. I'm like, don't worry, I'll be out of it in a few hours with no NFA, but there we go. Do you ever watch The Sopranos? Elric, I don't know how to tell you this, bro, but I actually don't watch a lot of TV at all. Like, very, very little. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube, a lot of time listening to music, but I spend next to no time at all watching TV. So, you know, one, I don't pay for a TV license because I'll begrudge giving the government fucking money because there's just no point. And two, it's just pointless. And also there's so much fake shit on TV nowadays as well. Like, it's just unbelievable. Exactly. I came across your channel by accident, and you're the only lifestyle I watch. Oh, babe, I appreciate you. Thank you very much indeed. To be fair, I actually got involved with YouTube for completely the wrong reasons. It's mainly purely because of the Sidemen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, you should try and watch some clips from The Sopranos. It's very funny Italian mafia show set in New Jersey. Oh, okay, cute. That kind of sounds like a American version of the Jeremy Kyle show, but there we go. Who remembers the Jeremy Kyle show? That was fucking mad, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I still find it really weird as well that they actually cancelled the Jeremy Kyle show after one person committed suicide after appearing on that show. And yet Love Island has had multiple suicides, including the beautiful Caroline Flack. And yet the show still goes on. So the very host of the show killed herself, and it still happens, and that annoys me a lot. Like Caroline Flack was probably one of the nicest people on TV, and when she died, realistically, Love Island should have died too. That's just my opinion because no one can bring the same energy, no one can bring the same amount of genuinity, and nobody else just has like the affection and adorability as Caroline. That's my personal opinion. Um, and realistically, yeah, never ever ever should have continued. Elric wants to watch Little Britain. Penguin Lover is back. Welcome back to the channel, my friend. Thank you so much, Judy, for coming back. Well done to you. And as you and Elric are being phenomenal tonight, guess what? There you go. Welcome to the channel, my lovely people. Penguin Lover, how old are you? Just to remind me. Um, That's probably why that show ended after her passing. Elric, it didn't end. Believe you me, my friend. Love Island is still very much a thing here in the UK, and I think it is wrong. Um, Definitely should not be happening. Not in any way, shape, or form. Plus, the amount of body shaming that happens with Love Island is disgraceful. Um, the amount of like teenagers that watch that and then suddenly start going, "I'm too fat, too skinny, too this." Fuck off. Yeah, I mean, even my nephew, who's got like autism and a lot of issues and stuff, like he started looking at his own body, going, "Oh, mum, I'm fat. I'm this, that, and the other." I'm like, "Dude, you're a dude." You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Um, you don't have to worry about how you look. He goes, "Oh yeah, but I'm too fat and I've got a big nose," and I'm like, "Dude, honestly, man, just accept who you are. Yeah, accept who you are. Love the fact that you are who you are, in like just love yourself for who you are, embrace who you are, what you've been given as a like in your gene pool. Just take it. Yeah, take it, own it, and just be you. Right? Do you guys honestly think that I like look at this? Yeah. No, there was a reason why for so many years I worked on radio, right? And I love that because for absolute donkey's years nobody could see what you looked like, right? But they then started putting like webcams in the studios. So then people can go on like, as it was back then, capitalfm.com/, like live, for example, and they'd see you in the studio and be like, "Oh, so that's what you look like." I'm like, great. Now, not just London can see me, not just the UK can see me, but we have people listening in like New York, Jamaica, Australia, so basically then you're open to the entire world, and suddenly everyone can see what you look like. And it was then my agent was like, "Listen, because of the following you got on radio, I reckon you can now go and do stand up." I was like, "I'm not going to go out on stage and like actually be face to face with these people. Are you fucking mad?" He goes, "I don't get what your problem is. Like, you're a good guy." And I was like, I don't know. So I put it off for about a year or two. Then went and started doing stand up comedy. Loved the first couple of shows. I was like, actually, yeah, do you know what? I've got a buzz for this. I'm enjoying this shit. This is good fun. So carried on with it. And of course, then like, your crowd base grows and all this sort of stuff. More and more people are listening to your radio shows. More and more people get involved, and suddenly your listening viewers go from being here to about here. And of course, it does all help. Then, of course, the whole thing with ITV happened. So I was working with them. They're on board because they were seeing the fact that obviously, the stuff that I was doing without their backing was growing. They wanted to be a part of it because they wanted to look amazing and fantastic and all this kind of bullshit. And that's basically how we got to being camera confident, if that makes sense. Elric says, "Good advice, and you're not bad looking at all, dude. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate you. I think it's cool you did radio. I always enjoyed TAL. I'm not too sure what TAL is. That must be something in America. But yep, I have actually been working for part of the globe. I've been part of the global family ever since it was GCAP Media way back in the early 2000s. And genuinely, we was there during obviously the transition from GCAP to global, and even now can get a phone call being like, "Yo, we're short staffed next week. Can you come and cover like a specific show?" Yep, cool, no worries at all, no problem at all. Even now, if you are in the UK and you are ever around listening to Heart FM around like between, I don't know, between like 12 and 5 in the afternoon, you have hear that really annoying person that goes online on DAB, digital radio, and your mobile. This is Heart at 4 o'clock. Here's the latest. That's my voice you're listening to. Talk radio is a lot. I enjoyed listening to talk radio a lot and listening to late night radio driving across the East Coast with my dad. Well, there you go, Elbrick. That's cool. Um, to be fair, so I say radio is one of those things where, for example, if you know, for example, you're like just you in the studio, etc., it makes life a hell of a lot easier. But as time goes on, you just have to branch out and face your fears, face your public, and get out there and start doing things a bit more globally, which is kind of mad. It's a big step to take. It's a big step to take. But it's like I Show Speed, for example. When he first started talking about like why he does or why he carried on streaming, like he said to begin with, he had like one person watching, and then 4 people, 8 people, 12 people. And that's the same with this. Like, this is why we carry on going. I mean, even I look at the screen right now, we have like 8 likes, 8 people watching. And genuinely, like, just having like people engaging enough with you to take part in any discussion, take part in your live streams, listen to you, talk to you, and really like build on any community, like, is incredible. Yes, I love it when I get to the end of a stream and I see like X number of people have pressed the subscribe button. I absolutely adore that. And if you guys are brand new and you want to be joining this, want to be part of this community, want to carry on listening to shows like this, for example, for the remainder of however long we do this for, please do smash that like button, press your notification bells, and you'll be alerted every time we go live. Purely because I enjoy talking to you people, and if we just give 1 inch of advice one day that sticks with somebody and actually helps them across the rest of entirety, then that can only be a good thing. I mean, I say that, but then even myself, like a couple of weeks ago, was in a really, really, really dark place. And where I live, where at the weekends we have these things called street pastors who literally walk around and make sure everyone's safe, keeps an eye on everyone, hand out lollies, pot noodles, flip flops to girls with high heels and stuff with hurt feet, etc., etc. But they're not just there for that; they're also there just to talk to people that are going through real struggle. And that was me. Literally 3 weeks ago, that was me. In fact, moment, yeah. So the build up for about 6 weeks, things were going horribly wrong. My own mental health was getting the better of me, and I just decided the world would be better off if I was no longer around. So I was determined to go and end it all. And these street pastors were there, they were talking, and just saw me walk past. They're like, "You're right," and I'm like, "No, not really." As it happens, no, I'm not. And they took the time to actually listen to everything that was being said. And their advice stuck with me. And they were like, carry on doing what you're doing because things will get better. And bizarrely enough, 4 weeks later, things have safely taken a massive, 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 massive U-turn. And things are improving. But yeah, they're phenomenal. Every weekend they're out and about and they are just incredible people. But one of the best analogies that I used with these street pastors was like, for a lot of people, they see like depression and they just see someone that's depressed and like upset or whatever. And I was like, well, the analogy that I like to use for depression is basically like, imagine you're in a river, okay? But your feet have got entangled into the weeds on the riverbed, right? So let's say the river's 8 foot deep. You're 5 foot. You're under the water. You can see the level of the water. Yeah, you can see like the top of it up here. Potentially, put your arm up, you can reach it. You could put your hand out of the water if you so wanted to. So you can still feel the warmth of the sun. You can still see people going about their lives, living their best life, etc., etc., etc. To a certain extent, you can still smell freedom, even though you're underwater. You're struggling against these weeds. You know for a fact you're slowly drowning. So eventually you just start to give up. And as such, everything gets darker, heavier, heavier, heavier. You're being pulled further and further and further down. And that freedom, that willingness to get back to that freedom, by that point, you've lost all energy, you gave up, you're under the water. That's where I was about 3 weeks ago. I was ready to give up. And I was told that analogy of being stuck under the water in amongst those reeds is possibly one of the most strongest, thought-provoking analogies you could probably give to anyone. Elric, I appreciate you. Thank you very much indeed for you, bro. If you ever need to talk, feel free to reach out. I appreciate you, man. But it doesn't matter that also, but doesn't that also mean there's still always a chance of improvement? Absolutely. You know, absolutely. Because the more you struggle against those weeds, the more you absolutely like are determined not to give up, and you're going to pull yourself back to freedom, the better you'll be. And sometimes out of nowhere, you'll just find that energy, you'll find that kickstart, you'll just find that boost and push yourself back to where you should be. It's a hard thing to do. It is a really tough thing to do. But with the right determination, the right guidance, the right people around you, the right support, and the right guidance, boom, you will get there. So, there's our little like darkness bit for gone. We're now going to go pick up your cameo presenter because he's bitching and moaning and going, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, quite frankly, like, he could stop being a lazy ass fuck and just walk you 2 minutes round the corner, but there you go. This is your cameo presenter. I actually can relate. I've gone through some real tough times myself, but I have found through periods of suffering that perseverance will pay off in the end, and you will be happy. You will be happy again. Absolutely true. And again, like I said, you know, if it wasn't for the fact of having people around me that actually were supportive, like, I could go up 3 weeks ago, and one, we would not be having this conversation right now, and two, I wouldn't have Sam, yeah, or my other friends and family around me. So every cloud has got a silver lining, and I am inexplicably happy, you know, and absolutely delighted just to be back on an even keel, happy, and yeah, the world is yet again an amazing place. Yeah, we are meant to be social, so always reach out to friends and family. And exactly, and you know what, that is one thing that really does piss me off as well, right? The amount of people that go, oh, I've not bothered with you for ages because you've not bothered with me. Okay, cool. I was like, but you have this thing called a phone, okay? Phones work both ways, right? They're not just there for like incoming calls and go, hello, right? They also make calls, yeah? So people can phone you. They can ring you and go, hello, how are you? Just making sure you're okay, yeah? Sometimes that one phone call, hey, just making sure you're okay. Just want to check in and make sure you're good. That phone call can be the difference between the worst day of your life ever and actually then thinking, do you know what? People give a fuck. People actually care. And sometimes that's all you need. That's all you need. So yeah, if you are one of these people who's always waiting for people to contact you first, just do the decent thing. Make that connection. Make that call. Be the one to actually be the bigger person for once. Why the fuck is he still in his high-vis jacket, and why did you come out with a fucking plate of food? What a weirdo. Ladies and gents, your cameo presenters on the show. Always tell friends, always tell family you love them, and try to remember, get in then, dickhead. Open the door, you faggot. Hang on. And remember that it's always you can put your plate up there if you want. He's actually brought egg fried rice out with him, ladies and gents. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, always tell friends and family you love them. That can go out there. It's not always about us. Sometimes we do not put them down there. For fuck's sake. Don't put them on the floor.
Don't put shit on.
I'm banning anything from going on the floor because that shit that gets kicked around annoys me. Right, let's try again. Always tell friends that you love them. No, that's wrong. Let's try that for a fourth time. Always tell family that you love them and try to remember that it's not always about us. Sometimes we have to be the people to reach out and when needed to let go of old grudges. Elric, you're absolutely spot on, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gents, your cameo presenter is now live on the show with his egg fried fucking turtles. There you go. Looks like little maggots, to be fair. Why did you make egg fried rice?
I don't know, I was hungry.
And why are you still wearing your high vis from
I
work?
didn't even know I was still wearing it.
So go on then. Tell us all about your lollop training.
So, I did my theory.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 98% out of 100.
Nice.
And then, I don't know...
That's actually really impressive. Well done.
Yeah, I got one question wrong because you couldn't read my handwriting. And then it actually went up to 99%.
Okay.
Because you're supposed to give like 8 things that you're supposed to do. Like, it's just a check on the vehicle before you do it. And you couldn't read my handwriting and read what I put. So I got...
Enjoy your meal.
And then my lot of driving, the guy was like, how the fuck did you just do that? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you just passed with only 5 points wrong. And he was like, your turning circle, right, is amazing. It's spot on. Out of everybody that I've trained, you just jumped on it. You've never been on the machine before. He was like, this is people that I've trained that have been on lollops before and people that haven't been on lollops before. Your turning radius, brilliant.
Oh, right.
He remember me squeezing a bloody fucking gap that was smaller than the fucking lollop. And he was like, how the fuck did you do that? I was like, just used to it. So...
I used my Harry Potter training.
Yeah.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Well, the back wheels turn. Same as driving a car, the back wheels want to sort of be able to turn if you've got to turn sharp. Your front wheels turn, but your back is the steering. Does that make sense? So if you were to steer down that way, you'd make yourself, like if you had like a 90-degree turn, you'd go to that side of the road and then pull round.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Take care, guys. Time for dinner. For me as well. See you guys next time. Elric, take care. My G will take you soon.
See you later. Enjoy your dinner, whatever you're having.
Yeah, what are you having for dinner? What's the wife major?
But yeah, so I did the test, and basically you have to drive around once with no cages.
Mm-hmm.
You then have to pick up a cage, drive around again, and you've got like, it's like a Z, like the barriers, and they're not very spaced apart, so it's quite tight.
Okay.
And you pick up one cage, load it on, lift your forks, go around again, drop the cage, put it back, go around without the cage again, and then come back and pick up 2. Problem is, you're not allowed to reverse and pick up cages. You have to load them on manually.
Oh, right, okay.
And I can't remember what percentage it was, but he said you've got 90%, and I don't know what their score sheet is. It could be like 60 things you get wrong, or like 20. I'm not 100% sure. But the one thing that I failed on, so I got 95%, and if you get 15 points, it's wrong. Like you get a chance to redo your test, and that's on a different day or the following week. But the one thing that I got 5 points for was not using horn when I started. Yes, you have to excessively use your horn. So when you start,
I'd pass then.
the problem is, you know, I'm going to go take a car test and accidentally fucking do that now in the middle of the car test. But what the fuck are you doing? Sorry, I drive lollops.
I drive lollops for a living. They've got All the time.
So you have to look all the way over your shoulder, all the way over the other shoulder, and then beep your horn as you're moving off. And then if you were to turn down an aisle, you have to beep your horn before you turn down the aisle. And then if you were
Must be fucking noisy in there then.
honest to God, all you hear all day is beep 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 beep. And I'm like, fuck off! Just let me concentrate on my training. Beep 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 beep.
Beep, 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 beep. We could
So
go.
then-
No, I might go in there and see if we can actually like record the fucking theme tune just out of beeping. That'd be quite funny.
But yeah, he was like, you know what? You've passed. I'm gonna make you do something the most never people do till tomorrow. You're gonna drive around the whole warehouse.
Alright.
So I got her to drive around the whole warehouse. He was like, how the fuck do you know how to drive around the warehouse? I was like, I used to do forklifting, mate. I was like, he was like, but it's not the same.
So does he drive around with you or does he walk around with you or what?
He walks.
They don't go very fast then.
No, they do. They go 15 mile an hour.
How the
Some
fuck-
of them go 20.
How the fuck can he walk at 20 miles an hour?
No, yeah, like he just was miles behind me by the time I got to the end.
Alright.
So he was like way far back, and I've like completed what he'd told me to go do.
Okay.
So he wanted me to go. When I was in the warehouse, he was like, "I'm just gonna get you used to it. The turn in the warehouse."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "You're turning spot on, so you'll be fine." Drove down and turned, and I mistakenly misheard him, and he was like, "There's a lolly driver that's on the wrong side anyway down there, and there's also the I forget what they're called now. Cement trucks. They've got really tall forklifts that go up to like 14 racks high.
A race truck.
No, reach trucks forklift.
Yeah, same thing, innit?
No.
Anyway, carry on.
So I went round and I misheard him because when he was talking about the lollop person that was in the wrong aisle, I thought he meant go past the lollop person all the way to the end and then turn round.
Right.
What he actually said is go to the end of this one rack and then turn left and then come back round.
Alright.
I completely ignored him and went all the way to the end, turned round and come back, and he was like, look, you didn't listen to what I said, and it was probably my mistake because I told you to watch out for that lollop driver, but you stopped, you were aware of the big forklifts, that you're out of the way, and everything was spot on.
Fair play.
And then we went into the charging bay, so you're supposed to park in the charging bay, which is only allowed one lollop in at a time. Charging bay's a bit tight, but I passed it straight in, straight out, no problem, because you sort of got reverse, pull in forwards, reverse out.
Hello.
And then that was basically fucking it.
Nice.
And then I got to drive around the whole warehouse with cages. It was quite fun.
So you enjoyed yourself then?
Yeah. And then I seen our good old boy who works there.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, DHL man.
As I finished, Dan was there.
Cool.
I was like, what are you waiting for? I was like, I'm waiting for Kenzie.
Yeah, I didn't wake up till 4.
So as soon as I got home, I think I was awake for like 3 hours and then fell asleep.
I'm not surprised.
I had to walk in the fucking heat. It's not very
Yeah.
shaded where I was walking.
Yeah, but even in the fucking heat, we still have that really annoying fucking breeze and it pisses me off. It annoys me.
Although Live 360 didn't make any sense to me because when I walked this morning, it took me about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Live 360 thinks I did it in 10, which is nearly impossible.
Very much so.
I was like, I definitely did walk that in 10. And then on the way back it says I walked it in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
But that's not true because I didn't leave till about 2:30 waiting for you to still be like, oh, okay, you might have set his alarm for 2 and you'll be there by 2:30.
No, I set my alarm for 11 and still just fucking set straight through it.
But I found some raspberry bushes and some blackberry bushes and some blueberry bushes on my way back.
How exciting.
So I might go tomorrow, I might take a jar with me and go take some blackberries and make some blackberry jam.
That'd be jarring.
try some blueberry jam. It's never, I don't think so.
Blueberry jam most definitely has been done before because it's on sale in Tesco.
Well, I've never tried it. Never made it.
Doesn't mean it's not been done. Oh shit. Holy fuck.
It was only weight. Yeah, it's a nightmare. All you hear every day is just beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. You have to beep 3 That's all it sounds like. But their horns are not, they don't sound like a car horn. It's so fucking
I fucking hope not.
It's just and I'm like, oh!
You'll be the person that'll fucking modify those, make it sound fucking more beefy.
Yeah, I want to put a truck horn on it.
Shit.
I mean, nobody's going to hit me then.
Quite funny.
All you do is, dude! And they'll be like, okay, there's definitely somebody coming. But yeah, funny thing, he threw me on the smaller machine, so I got 85 when I was on the smaller machine.
Yeah.
The smaller machine has lower checklist, and then I got the 95 on the faster machine.
Okay.
And the faster machine goes 25 miles an hour.
Nice. That's good then.
He was like, you're the first person I've thrown on a fast machine, never been trained on it, and you did it perfectly. And he was like, you didn't even do it slow, you did it in about fucking 2 minutes, you go. He was like, you basically got the new world record of going on one of them Toyotas.
Happy days.
So obviously for the training.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that have picking times that are like 3 minutes, and they've done the whole picking.
How the fuck is a coach beating me?
I don't know. Shall I throw my egg fried rice out?
No.
No. What's going on in the comment section?
Nothing new since our little friend Elric went on to have his dinner. All the way from New Jersey. Yeah, nothing.
No, I've got no views on it. Probably because you've seen more shit down there.
I'll probably get bored. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the
Where
show.
going?
Huh?
Where going?
Absolutely no idea.
I'm just following this bus on the way.
Literally at the moment, yeah. Lana, are you still with me, my lovely? Or have you left?
I would ask you to pick me up for tomorrow.
What, on a Tuesday? It's not going to happen.
No, no.
Are you going to start paying fuel? Because otherwise it ain't happening anymore.
I will start paying for you.
Because one of the conditions of Connor, like, yeah, I'll pick up and start for fucking pick up
But what it
work.
might be is I might have to be like, right, so this is, so if we work it out, it'd be like £5 each day. Like, that's if you're coming from your house. £5 each day,
Well, where else will I be fucking coming from?
wherever in the country you might be.
But if I'm not in the fucking area, I won't be fucking coming back just so I can pick you up from work. I'm like, you can fuck right off. If you think I'm coming back from seeing Sam down in Plymouth to come pick you up from work and then go back there again, you can fucking think again.
Sorry, Sam. Gotta go pick Adi up from work.
I wouldn't fucking leave it. Like, you're coming too. Like it or lump it, treacle. You're coming and all of.
But yeah. I can't wait to get paid so that I can try their breakfast. Full English breakfast for £3.50. £3.50 for a full English breakfast.
Does their full English breakfast have chips?
No.
So I've never got that. Why Weatherspoons put chips for breakfast? It's weird.
Because they can't be asked to make hash browns and potatoes.
Yeah, but you can get hash browns and they're fucking...
I've had roast potatoes with a full English breakfast.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know, they just put it on the plate.
Oh, right. Weird. Very strange, very strange, very strange.
But yeah, they serve breakfast all day long. In the morning.
It's nice of them. How thoughtful.
I know.
Pardon me.
So they serve it from 9 in the morning right up until 1 o'clock. And then from 1 o'clock they serve dinner.
That's a bit pointless though, because like, if you don't start work till fucking... You start work at 6. They
Yeah,
start,
but
don't
it's
start...
after, right, so you're supposed to be there at 1. If you're starting at 2 in the afternoon, so you're supposed to be there at 1, so you can go in the
Hour
canteen.
before.
Well, if you wanted like breakfast, you're supposed to be there at 1, and then because I think the last time they serve it is at 1:30.
Alright.
Because a lot of people sleep and then they go and eat their dinner. But the whole point is, when you're starting to work at 2, you ain't gonna fucking start eating all of a sudden at 2.
Yeah, it's
You're not gonna eat your dinner at 2 o'clock when you're supposed to be working.
I would. Should I get a break then?
Yeah, breaks every 30 minutes for every 3 hours.
Okay.
So I do 8 hours, so I get an hour break.
Not bad.
You'd think it'd be every fucking 4 hours.
Well, no, because
Yeah, but I'm working. No, it doesn't actually make sense.
then you're working a 7-hour day, basically. Are your breaks paid for, or are they not?
No breaks.
It's alright then, isn't it? Happy days.
Paid as soon as I walk in the door in the morning.
Nice.
And even if I have to stay extra hours, I get paid £16 for an extra
Not
hour.
bad, is it?
No. Obviously not on the training. But if I was doing picking and they were like,
Well, you don't get paid for your training.
No, I get paid for the training, but obviously if I had to stay extra hours on the training, they don't pay me for it.
Oh,
They
okay.
pay me up until 2. Because it's my fault. Or whatever, when I'm doing the training.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday I'll be fully working.
Happy days.
I know.
So what training you got to do tomorrow then?
I'm going more for
We're not going to Morsey, you fucking moron.
What training have I got to do tomorrow? Stacking cages. So like, you have to build a cage, go down an aisle, and you're wearing a headset, so it'll just tell you what to pick up. And you have a guy walking around with you the whole fucking day.
Fair enough. I want you to pick up 9.
You think what would be a brilliant
Suitcases.
idea if, for the supervisors, that they had like a hoverboard or a Segway that they're supposed to follow you around on?
Well, yeah.
That would be pretty sick.
I love Segways, they're great fun.
But I got trained by Luke, that was the guy's name.
Alright.
And the other day I got trained by a guy called his name was Rab.
Ravioli!
No, his name was just Rab.
Boring.
Somebody did actually ask him
Is your name Ravioli? Ravioli?
that. And because I was just on one-on-one, I heard a lot of shit from other, like the guy talking to the other trainer,
Yeah.
and somebody crashed into a racket, didn't they?
Oh,
Crashed into a racket and broke 2 pallets.
nice.
How can you do that in training?
Probably quite easy to be fair.
You're training in a fucking box with barriers all around it. How the fuck do you manage to hit a pallet? I don't know.
God knows.
They
But,
try ra-
ladies and gentlemen, it's currently 10:30 on Monday, the 11th of August 2025. This has been your Monday Fun Day. For a Monday, obviously, we will be back. We will be back on Wednesday for the final episode of The Grind
Wednesday, my dudes.
at 9 p.m. Until then, ladles and jelly spoons, boys and girls, remember, this has been Linden TV. And miss it, miss out.